What's up, beautiful people? This video is going to be about microdosing. And there's a lot of, microdosing is becoming very popular right now. And, it's been kind of an underground world for a while. I've been involved with working with plant medicines now for almost 10 years. And there's a couple disclaimers I have to put out there before we get into the specifics of microdosing. First of all, microdosing should be a means to an end, right? The whole idea in microdosing is to get off of things like pharmaceuticals. If you have, depression or anxiety, to be able to help to mitigate that and open up your consciousness to see where this anxiety, where this depression is stemming from. We are living in a world right now that is extremely traumatized. And we are coming into a massive, massive mental health issue, not only in this country, but in this world. And, microdosing medicines, plant medicines, are a great way to be able to move through these blockages and move through these difficult times. However, it is important to consider set and setting and intention setting. Okay. You want to make sure that when you're getting started, if you don't really know what this stuff is all about, then you want to make sure that you have a coach or a guide or someone that loves and cares for you, that knows about this stuff, to be able to help you along your way. But set and setting is critical, okay? Because when you use even at small doses, subperceptual doses, these medicines open you up. And when you're opened up, you can see things, but you also let things in. And if you're not consciously aware of it, it can actually create the opposite effect that you really want, okay? So there are a lot of different medicines out there that you can work with. I'm going to talk particularly about mushrooms, which is psilocybin, iboga, ayahuasca, bufo, combo, and that's pretty much it. If you have any questions or you'd like, more information about these or scenarios or circumstances, please leave a message in the comment below, and please share this with anyone that you think can benefit from it. So mushrooms, first of all, mushrooms are a central nervous system depressant. All right, it relaxes the body. It's more of a body high, and they're good for people that have a lot of anxiety, or that feel really stuck or really in their head a lot. Okay, this will help to relax that energy a little bit, and allow them to really move into whatever they want to do. But there must be a plan. There must be some kind of navigation tool set to go out into the world with specific intentions, because even with microdosing, you can get lost in other energies and other directions that maybe you don't necessarily want to go if you don't have the intention specifically dedicated to figuring out. Now, I also want to say that with microdosing, it's actually really, really important to get into the idea of actually going very deep at least once with these medicines, because ideally, what I've seen work the best with these different medicines is you do like a flood dose, or a massive dose in a scenario where the set and setting is created to optimize the higher vibrational experience of clearing out that trauma. Okay, music is important. Things like Palo Santo, sage, Florida water, sweetgrass, all these things help to clear out the energies and purify the energies. I'm not really a big fan of like doing the stuff, going to raves or like going out partying. I feel, especially with the spiritual warfare going on in the world, that those are actually some of the most devious settings to let entities in, and allow these things to take over. And it's also, that's kind of based on, escapism. Now, if you're going to a rave because you're working a booth or you're a DJ, or you have like something where you have an intention and you're doing it for a purpose, not just to have fun. Now, look, I'm not saying don't have fun, but I am saying, like, especially if you're inexperienced with these medicines, be careful, be very careful. This day and age, I'm an astrologer, and it is really important to stay sober, or it's really important to stay within yourself and stay as sober as possible, meaning that even when you're microdosing, you're doing it in a very, dialed in, directed, intentional, controlled setting, so that you have a means to finally be able to take care of yourself, understand where your blockages are, and move into being on nothing and being okay with that. All right. That's what we really want to do. So mushrooms, are good to help to relax the mind, sort of open up the feeling centers in the body. And you can really tune in, especially if you have someone that's experienced that's there with you. They can help to really dig in and navigate, identify what these feelings in your body, whatever you are feeling, if you feel nauseous, if you feel aches and pains or, kinks in your body, these are all messengers that are trying to get your attention about what you need to see within yourself. So a lot of things like self-worth issues, self-confidence, feeling like you have a purpose in life, or feeling, if you feel lost. A lot of people feel lost right now. And usually when you're stuck in a fear state, that feeling lost will sort of like really start to overtake you, especially right now, especially now I'm making this video on September 1st, actually. So for the rest of 2022, it's going to get real intense. Okay. So I'm not going to recommend amounts. I personally use my intuition, and I intuitively choose. I don't really do this anymore. I did for about 10 years. That was my education. I went to first I went to Ayahuasca University. Then I went to a master's program in combo. Then I went to a PhD plan in Iboga and Bufo. And all these medicines speak to me, but I use these to help other people overcome their issues. But these medicines talk to me, and they are my teachers. Okay, so I encourage you to, if you don't know anything about dosing, you can easily Google it and see what most people do, but only use that as like a general frame. And you need, to tune in to feel yourself, what feels right to you. All right. And then, have a plan, have like a weekly checklist, like, what do you want to accomplish by, doing it for this week, right? This is why, like, typically when I'm coaching people, I'll bring them through like a weekly process where I help them, give them homework and move on to the next thing. And then whatever way they learn that week, then they'll move through it, and we'll find what the next layer, the next level is. Because look, there's always another layer, right? There's always more. Like, it's infinite. You can go all the way, and you can cross the threshold, like, activate the rainbow body and ascend and evolve. But those of us, I believe, if you're watching this, chances are you're an empath, you're a starseed. You are looking to heal so you can heal the world. It all starts with healing ourselves, opening our heart, and not allowing the fear-based energies to control us. So the next medicine I'll go over is Iboga. Now, Iboga is the most powerful medicine on the planet. It is incredibly good for addiction. It is very, very good for personality types that are like alpha, that are very stubborn, hard-headed, and like forward-moving. This is really great for detoxification, cleaning out parasites and heavy metals, and it really increases the volume of your intuition. When taken and provided that your body doesn't have to detoxify too much, it'll almost feel like the limitless pill, right? It'll give you nice, natural cellular energy. You'll get kind of crazy dreams too. But this one, you have to be very specific. I would 100% recommend having a coach using this medicine, because, like, if you're feeling froggy, you take too much, you're going to feel like absolute shit. Okay. It's going to make your mind chatter get 10 times worse. So make sure that, for this one in particular, you do have a coach or someone guiding you, so that you can move through whatever imbalance. But I've seen Iboga create miracles. It changed my life. I've done 4 flood doses, and it completely will create a reset in your brain. So if you're like me, like, I've been in combat, and I had a rough childhood, and I had a lot of PTSD and a lot of trauma, and that really helped to clear out a lot of these things and help me see all the ways that I sabotage myself. So if you have a very powerful self-sabotaging energy, Iboga's for you. So if you're interested in learning more about that, go ahead and go to my Instagram, spiritual_bodybuilder, and DM me over there, and or put a comment below, and I'm happy to connect to you or reach out. Combo is not really normally considered something that you'll go out, like usually if you're going out or taking it, on a daily basis. People typically will want to do mushrooms or iboga. Even ayahuasca is a little more rare. But I went through a period where I was microdosing combo every day for about a month, and I've been working with combo now since 2016. 2016, yeah. And I've done it over probably 100 times. I do it when I feel called to it, right? But microdosing, you do one dot and you sit and you meditate. Combo really helps to clear the mind. So if you're in a place, and if your body is very toxic, if you had a lot of health issues going on in your body, combo is definitely one for you. But I would honestly recommend actually doing like a full dose of combo first, and then microdosing with it on a daily basis. This will really help clean your body out and clean your mind out. It'll really help with discipline. Combo is a warrior medicine. It is so powerful. It's not fun, but it kind of like an ice bath, right? Like ice baths suck at first, but once you get used to it, you learn how to get into this euphoric state, and the discipline feels good after, right? You're like, yeah, I did it. Like and then it prevents procrastination. Combo is very similar to that, right? So if you're interested, I would say one dot, first thing in the morning, meditate. Meditate for about an hour, and then move throughout your day. And it really helps to learn to work halfway with this and other medicines. All right. And it really, really cleans out and protects your energy. It'll ground you out. So if you're also way out here in your head, or, out in the cosmos, if you're always channeling, like I know a lot of people that have a lot of planets in 12th house, or, psychics, mediums, especially you guys are really good. Combo is really good to ground you out and pull the energy both ways. So take that into consideration. And that's about it for that. So ayahuasca. Now, ayahuasca like everybody knows what ayahuasca is now. All right. I started working with it in 2015, and I work with ayahuasca a lot. Ayahuasca is unique in that you really have to be strict with your diet, and you really have to be called to it. You shouldn't be working with ayahuasca unless you have a shaman that is guiding you. You should definitely be under someone's tutelage when working with this medicine, but you can microdose it, especially if you're getting, if you want to do a flood dose, you microdose, every day. I know some teachers that do it at night before bed, and some that do it first thing in the morning. That's sort of like preference. However, you definitely want to have a guide when you're doing this, to be on a coaching program. So of course, all these medicines, they're hitting the consciousness from different angles, right? Mushrooms is the most like generic, like, safest way to go, but you also want to make sure that you know where you're, getting this stuff. If you're getting it from people with shitty energy, you're going to infuse that shitty energy into you, and you do not want to do that. Okay. There's ways that you can cleanse the energy and clear it out with frequency tools and vibration techniques. But really, if you can grow your own, that's optimal, and you want to put your intention and focus into your process. All right, because we're dealing with energetic principles and energetic medicines here. When you're just starting out in this world, you really can't feel all the energy. But as you start to work with these medicines, you will start to feel the energy, and you will start to understand how, the subconscious and conscious mind are interacting, and where they're out of alignment, where you're in your head and not in your heart, and how when you're in your head, you don't manifest what you want because that's not in line with your heart. So really, this is all a process of getting to the point where the mind and the heart are in alignment, and they're communicating efficiently and effectively with each other. Okay. So this work, it's very important you take this with honor, with integrity to yourself, and with a purified intention. Okay, if you're just messing around and you're just trying to have fun with it, these medicines can potentially really kick your ass. All right, and we don't need that. We need more people, light workers and star seeds, to clear out this energy and rise up and evolve energetically. The universe is sort of making that happen anyways. Okay. So your vibe attracts your tribe. So if you are in a tribe, meaning like your friend circles and stuff, like are friends that are not exactly high vibrational, if there's a lot of gossip, shit talking, or people that are very materialistic, or just don't really have like, you can tell they're not coming from the heart, then reach out to someone like me, or another person that has been doing this work for a while. Connect with them or me, and we will help to pull you out and bring you out of that place. Okay, because there are a lot of people out there. I've been talking to a lot of people lately that have been looking into this kind of stuff and asking a lot of questions, but in their day-to-day life, they're stuck in this cesspool of dark energy. And it's difficult to find your way out sometimes. Okay, and that's what people like me are here to do, to help show people the way. We are way showers. All right. So I hope this introductory video helped you out a little bit, and gave you some ideas, some clues on the do's and don'ts of microdosing, and what to look for. So please leave your comments down in the comment section below, and share this video with anyone that you think that can benefit from this information. I hope you all have a beautiful day, and I'll see you on the next video.